Let's go, guys. I took some lows, but get a hope core here. Cool. Let's see here. No, 920. Got 10 minutes till open. You're in longs. On my main 5 express accounts, I'm not on longs. But overall, it's like, let's look at today's Forex Factory. Let's look at today's news events. We've got what? We got nothing today on the news calendar. Tomorrow we have news at 10 o'clock. So careful today, guys. Let's do a quick top-down analysis and then let's kick it in. So daily, last week, very bullish. You can see from Monday, we pushed higher, took out most recent highs, pushed down lower, wicked lower, pushed up higher, all-time highs, taken again. And then look where we actually pushed to. We pushed to, actually, this is not relevant. Actually, let me delete that. But what we did is we pulled back a bit on Friday. From a 1 hour perspective, what we have here is, like we'll just map it in here just so we see it. But it is a daily fair value gap, okay? So this is a key level that we'll be trading with today. We might not be, but let's throw it in there. And then let's dive down into the 4 hour to see how things are looking like. So here's a daily 4 hour fair value gap. You can see price on the 4 hour pushed all-time highs. And then it kind of, pulled back on Friday. We took shorts there. And then during Sundays or Mondays pre-open, we pushed up higher. Okay. Over the last little bit, we had a pretty drastic crash, but let's leave that for the lower time frame. So all we're really getting out of it is daily's fairly bullish. We might get a pullback to this inefficiency here. 4 hour perspective, we're creating relative highs here, which could be a target for later. But again, nothing too specific. And then from a 1 hour perspective, we have the following. So price opened up at 6 o'clock. And hey, Seth Carney, hey, Moore, hey, everyone, hey, Hope Core. Looks like we got a lot of folks coming in pre 9:30. That's good to see. And then what do we have here? We've got, price going into this 1 hour fair value gap. What is it's like an 11 p.m. fair value gap from Thursday. It was the most recent one. That's why I mapped it. And to be honest, it should be blue, not red, as it's a BISI, not a SIBI. We got, like, these are relative equal highs. So this is going to be an area of liquidity. Okay. So this might be a target for today. But, price from a 1 hour perspective, we got this daily fair value gap below us. Price just nicked it, or actually didn't nick it. That actually created it. So let me push that there. And then we got this 1 hour fair value up here, which was respected in the past, right? Like you can see price in the past struggled to get below it. If it did, it got right above it. You can see the mean threshold, how these wicks here are kind of poking to the upside and then finally breaks through. But all in all, new week opening gap. There's one of our key levels from today. It pushed into it. And then again, like we might push higher from here. It's Monday, guys. So we got to be extra careful. Okay, so again, not seeing crazy amounts of levels. So let's dive into the 15-minute here. Top right. This is where I get the majority of my bias from, and London highs haven't been tagged. 7 o'clock highs haven't been tagged. You can see here, right? So these like this right here, in my opinion, like out of all the levels here, I like this one the most. Okay, that little blue line there, pre 930 highs. We took Asia lows, London lows, and now price is essentially kind of bouncing off of this level here below us. Okay, so below us, what do we have? This right here, this could be like a low resistance liquidity run. We got to see all the traps here above us and below us. So low resistance liquidity run. And then we just bounce off of the new week opening gap of this week of 721, and we're pushing higher. Okay. RTH gap's going to be forming. It's going to be probably like around like 25 handles, which is not the best. We'll see how much higher it pushes over the next 4 minutes. But like we have to watch out for that, guys, too. Like RTH, like what ICT says, and these are ICT's rules, if it's below 40, we're waiting until 10 o'clock. Okay. So that's that. Let's see the 1 minute here. Last analysis. 15-minute. This is kind of nice here. This is all low resistance liquidity. So if I were to pick a position, I'm liking longs more than shorts on a Monday. We're fairly bullish. A lot of bullish bills got passed last week. But all in all, again, this was a great rejection off of the new week opening gap of 721. Like if you guys were in the markets right here at like 715, longs could have been taken. It's just a really bad time to trade. Okay, that's my biggest takeaway here. I'll check the chat in a sec here. I'm almost on my own analysis for the day. We got low resistance here. Low resistance liquidity runs below us. Okay. And now price just needs to show us a direction. Price since the morning on the 1 minute chart here, guys. Let me just show you guys something really quickly here. The key fair value gaps that I've created is Asia. It's been respected nicely here. So it created a fair value gap at 707 of last night. You can see how nicely price came down, rejected it, and pushed higher, right? This is not randomness. And then today, again, there's, slight sensitivity around it, but again, that's one of the levels I have for today. And then the 6 a.m. first presentation fair value gap, you can see here, it formed at, oh, hold on. This is not, where is today's first presentation fair value gap at 6? It's 6 o'clock. Oh, it's up here, actually. Which is pretty close to Friday's first presentation. So we won't map to 6 a.m. first presentation fair value gap. Okay, so we know the drill, guys. We're waiting for first presentation. We have our draws and liquidity. It'd be nice to see some kind of like liquidity sweep, and then we'll take price from there. But today's just no news Monday. We're close to all-time highs. Let's be a bit careful today. Let's see what you guys saying. We got Alex here, sick. Morris thinking that we might get a market open trade to highs. SMT at Asian lows. What do you think? More, I don't trade SMT. It's at one point I had too many indicators and just SMT just kind of dropped. Like I didn't have enough of an edge with SMT. It works, don't get me wrong. Yeah, Garavitz and longs. Name sounds Indian. It's pretty tough to find Indian people trading futures. Really? I don't know that. Okay. All right. We're opening up in 20 seconds. I think you guys have a 15-second delay from when I talk to when you guys hear it, but let's see what price is going to do here. Okay. This was a nice rejection off of new week opening gap. Overall market structure right now, that's technically like we took out a lower low, which is, a market structure shift or a change in delivery of state, whatever you guys want to call it. But I'm just going to call it an MMS, and I'm always going to call this an MMS. But I did something bad. It's funny. I passed a couple of combines, even though I already have 5 Express accounts. All sitting up to I have 5 combines passed, ready to go, just in case. And this is freaking crazy. Oh my gosh, you guys are longs. Jeez, this is freaking crazy open. Yeah, so London. We gotta be careful now because this could be like a Judas swing and I might push lower. But on the 1 hour, everything's very bullish. What an open! Oh my gosh. If you guys got in pre 9:30, congratulations. $7 a.m. highs are going to get taken any second now, I think, or they might be left open. So this is 7, right? This is 7 a.m. highs. This liquidity right here, this triple top here, it's been taken. Okay. That's very unfortunate to see. That's such an aggressive push higher. I can't personally participate in it. What is happening this morning? 7 a.m. highs taken. Okay. So that was my favorite level for the day. Gone. You did really good, man. Congratulations. How much did that pull you? How many dollars, Garrett? Well, you want dollars. If you guys didn't catch the longs here, don't go long here. This is not, do not go long. That's called chasing. We don't chase in this channel. Only when we're triggered, we chase. Let me turn on this light. I'm a bit yellow for some reason. All right, that's better. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, send me that screenshot. And to be honest, guys, for those that aren't in it, i.e. me, that's okay, right? It's just a Monday with no news. So I wasn't planning on taking a trade today unless something shows itself. But this right here, if you guys were looking at, see, it's such a weird time for me. I was looking at it. It made me pass 3 combines. And now I have 4 combines ready to go, and I have 5 Express accounts. So I don't know if you're supposed to do the tops of that, but it's like worst case scenario if I blow all my accounts, which I really hope I don't because I've had them for such a long time. Here, I'll show you guys my progress so far on Top Step while we wait for price to give us something meaningful to trade off of. All right, this is Express start date and date. All right. So this is kind of my trading stats so far. Early to mid last week. Oh, is it sharing? Yeah, it should share. Early to mid last week, I had a nice little push. And then for Monday, we haven't traded yet. The 20th was a Sunday and a Friday. So this plateau is just a weekend. It's weird how it shows you weekends as well. Not like traded days, but like overall. Like this was like some US holiday and weekend. This was a weekend, and then like this. So overall, we're trending in the better direction. But all in all, guys, unfortunate. That sucks. Okay, so let's look at how the RTH gap traded to. Okay, so this right here is still untraded territory. Okay, price most likely will come down here because usually when we have RTH gaps, they do get traded to. Most likely in the same session, but sometimes it's like the day after we see these levels be targeted to. So this right here, it's all target. We're probably going to push. There's relative equal highs right now, which we just tagged right here. And right now with this push here, price might attack this red line here that I have on the 1 hour. So just is what it is. It's so hard to catch these like mega runs right off the 930. Usually like what we like to see is first presentation form. Where's our first presentation for today? Is it this right here? Let me see. First presentation is a bit tricky sometimes so first presentation today. Look how we opened up today. See? So this is RTH hours. We didn't take any of this. Look at all this sell side liquidity below us from Friday. Okay, really good targets. So first presentation, it's not going to be here. We still haven't created a first presentation for today, actually. But most likely we're pushing to all-time highs here. I don't see it. I don't see price chilling or stopping. Let's wait till 10 o'clock. Maybe we might get a reversal here and pull price back down. That might be our trade for today. But it's tough, guys, because we shouldn't be calling targets on the 1 hour. Is it who else here caught longs? I'm just curious. I know Garvit did. Someone else caught it too. Said Carney caught longs off the New York Open. You guys have balls to trade that. But it's good. Like as long as it's a part of your strategy, that's all good. Okay, we just hit all-time highs here, guys. Within 7 minutes. First presentation fair value gap has formed. It's on this candle right here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Sometimes, yeah, that's first presentation right here. Okay. So this is going to be the strongest first presentation fair value gap for the whole week. Okay. So it's going to be called Monday, New York first presentation fair value gap of 721. I highly recommend marking it in, give it a border of like red. Okay, something like that. And then that's when I will key off of this level many times in the future. It hasn't reached all-time highs yet. Let me see. Let me have a look at ES quickly. Yeah, it hasn't. You're right. So there is SMT. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's a huge confluence. It's just something that I don't use. But if you guys see edge in it, then like use it. Like if it's providing some kind of additional layering. But you can see here, NQ pushed, ES is lagging behind. It's SMT. So NQ created high highs, ES didn't, right? So ES is, you know, it's either NQ is a stronger pair or ES is the weaker pair when it comes to shorts, right? And that's how you layer in SMT. But all in all, you can see price kind of, you know, like we hit all-time highs here. We pushed into Monday's first presentation. You know, a risky, when's the macro? Like, so this is interesting, right? Because like we're really, price here tapped into this, pushed away. That was a freaking fast push away. Taking a long here, like if you guys were, for example, right? Like if you guys had a position here, right? This is a valid long, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's in a really bad position in terms of discount versus premium. But let's try to figure out targets, right, to the upside. So high to swing low. I'm going to use this high right here on the 1 hour and the low here. And this is where price might reach to, right? So like easy, like targets that you might want to hit is like this one right here. Right? This is 25. This is 1.25, right? 1. Fib or trade or fib extension. Okay. And then there's 1.5 as well. Once it gets to these levels here, just be careful. So far, like we're in a bullish run. Nothing is showing bearishness. We had a displacement here away from first presentation, or we'll know in 37 seconds. But it's yeah, I do this way. If like, and the only time I do it is when we're like at these all-time high levels, because there's nothing else to target other than these extensions, right? And then like we can also map out 2 here as well for us, then we know where 2 is. If it gets to 2, that'd be freaking crazy. But 2 is how many? It's 150 ticks away, which is technically realistic, but there's no news today, so I don't think it's gonna hit it. But you never know, right? This is 2 fib extension here. So let's draw on the macro here. Macro is going to be at 950. The one kind of PA I hate when I'm not in it is when it does this. It just keeps grinding higher. And it's hard to get in. Like here may have been an opportunity, but it took all-time highs. It could have just dropped from there. So gotta wait, guys. At least as per my rules. Like imagine going long now and it reverses. Like, you know how triggering that is? So wonder if the other traders got it. Actually curious. All right. No one else is really live streaming. I'm going to quickly check Discord. Yeah, so price is very, very bullish now, guys. On the 15-second chart, so let's drop down to the 15-second here. You see how we we traded into first presentation and then we kind of pulled away from it and we had this displacement. This right here is like bullish PA here that like we're going to go away from it, right? We kind of tapped into it. Bodies weren't even going into this, so we pushed higher from here. Again, this is all high risk trading here, but like there's such a premium here. It's the bills, man. It's the bills that were signed on Friday. I think this is what kind of kicked off price action. Like, look at the 15-minute. Like, this is crazy. It's such an insane run here. I need to see some kind of sort of manipulation, and then I'll grab that continuation higher. I just need to see something that's going to give me confidence in a stop loss at all-time highs in such a premium. And if I don't catch trade today, I'm okay with that. Crypto's pumping like crazy. You guys are in crypto, man. ADA up 7%, XRP up 3%, Bitcoin up 1%. Everything is so freaking bullish. Crazy. So this might be like a residual effect of, so what happened on Friday is 3 bills passed: the Genius Act, the Clarity Act, and the anti-central bank digital currency, so CBDC Act as well. Whole financial system is shifting in America, and this just might be a reaction from all that news. But let's wait till 9:50 here. We have 6 more minutes left till the start of the macro. Let's go back to the 1 minute. You can see prices slowing down a bit right now. Shorts are going to be scary, to be honest, at this point too as well. So I'm just waiting for price just to show me a clear sign that, oh, we're going to do X or Y. Freaking fracking. Okay, so now this is going to be a bullish order block here that's going to form. We hit 0.25 fib extension. We might hit 0.5. Maybe something like this. Let's see if it pulls back and shows, you know, signs that it wants to continue higher. That might be the bullish fair value gap that forms. Just come in, wick lower, push higher. 2 to 1. When we a really good level to key off of going down is going to be below this level. If we don't get below 306, guys, don't go short. My personal opinion here. All in all, again, this is going to be such an extended trade here. 3 seconds. This fair value gap is going to be confirmed. Bullish order block here. Like, this is not the Judah swing. I don't think Judah swings are 150 handles, or, you know, they could be. Price can do anything, but it's just, it's hard to paint a story when we're so high up. So that's why I'm a bit hesitant on what we can take here. But all in all, price is printing higher, and we're assuming that it's going to keep pushing higher. NQ's up only 0.6% today, right? So even though it looks crazy on these 15-minute and 1 hour charts, but let's see what price is going to do here. Like, this is going to be our, you know, the sign of what price is going to do. If it's going to push higher within the macro, or if it's going to reverse. I want to see, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for bodies to respect the upper half of this, okay? So when we go and we wick lower and bodies stay above mean threshold, then that's kind of what I want to see. On the 15-second, we pulled back lower, and now we're aggressively pushing away. Who's still in the longs here? You know, said Carney or Garavit, are you guys still in longs? The afternoon session might be nice as well for today. Just because we've pushed in such a high premium, I most likely will be shorting around 130. Or hold on here. ICT rules, if we have a one-sided bullish run in the morning, a good time to short is going to be lunchtime macro. I haven't traded lunchtime in, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, but lunchtime macro is going to be somewhere here. From 10:50 all the way till like 1 o'clock. Okay. So like the lunchtime macro is going to be somewhere here. Lunchtime macro. Okay. So if you guys haven't traded lunchtime macro before, the condition one is a morning like this, right? Where it just pushes higher. And if we miss it, that's okay, right? There's just an opportunity for lunchtime to short it. Usually market short, and what do they hit? They hit the first low after 10 o'clock. So we're going to wait for the first low after 10 o'clock. That's going to be your target for the lunchtime macro. I'm hoping it continues pushing up and we catch along here. And then around 10:30, we start eyeing possible setups. And then between 10:50, which is the macro, and 11:30, hopefully we'll get an entry there and taking a short to that at 10 o'clock low. So those are kind of like the three conditions of taking lunchtime: 10 o'clock low, one-sided PA, and trading within the right time zone or time frame. Have you written down these rules? I have them written down somewhere. Here, I'll bring them up right now. Here it is. You guys can screenshot this too. I'm pulling it from my notes. As you guys can see here, guys, the criteria for lunchtime: massive run lower or higher with low to no retracements, runs all the way up to 11:30. This is ICT's words. Anticipate the price to get to the first relative equal high or low. So those are the rules there, guys. Insane run from price. Insane. So for those that haven't caught it, to be honest, high probability, I would say lunchtime today. You can try to catch maybe the last little bit. I might do it just because my accounts are in such a high premium right now from last week. I might try to do like a 0.5 R risk and do like a scale in as prices going up to see how high I can catch it. But other than that, like, do be careful around this level. Like, I need to see clear pullback here with like a final push higher to maybe, 1.5 fib retracement or extension. So price is slowing down here on the 15 minutes, starting to move sideways. We are in the macro right now. I just want to see price just bearishly attack this PD array and just show that it wants to do at least one leg higher to 1.5 fib for like a 1.5. I'll probably catch it maybe somewhere here. 1.7 to 1. Almost 2 to 1 here. And then if you do the fib extension from like the most recent high to low, we're going to be approaching 2 fib extension, okay? So like if it gets to here, it's like maybe like this might be like break even. But like if you guys are in drawdown, you guys haven't been so consistent last week, just let this go. Wait till lunchtime. You use that criteria there and try to position yourself. Find a market structure shift on the lower time frame against like higher time frame. Try to key off of like a very round level from a fib extension perspective, and that's where the higher probability trade would happen. Okay, so this right here might give me a clue, an idea if price wants to continue lower or higher. It'd be funny if that was a pullback. That was a dig into the PD array. And if it is, it just indicates very bullish price action. But remember, we're not chasing price today. We got to see something concrete. It would be nice if price right here drops lower again. It's going to leave relative equal highs for us. So this is going to be relative equal highs. And that would be a nice interim target as well to kind of chase to the upside. But it looks like that was a retracement there, that PD array. And don't get me wrong, it's really frustrating being in my position right now and just seeing price do that. And that target hit there, guys, if it pulled in a bit further. Next level that I see here. And this is all that we have here, just these extensions. We got, 2 fib extension. And then we got, I guess, 1.5 here. Let's map in 1.5. Or sorry, 1.75. Oh. What did I just do? And if we don't catch anything right now, I'm going to wait till lunchtime with you guys and we'll catch something on the short side. So am I interested in longs right now? Not anymore. I think this was like my final kind of long attempt. Now we need to wait and see what price wants to do. We had relative equal highs here. Unfortunately, it didn't dig low enough. If you did decide to take a long from here, you'd be essentially not even a 1-to-1 with a proper or even aggressive risk here, which is like the lower end of this fair value gap. So in my opinion, it wasn't a great trade anyways. But it's okay. Like there's just so many trades during the day that we can catch. And if we start, this is going to be most likely the first inverted fair value gap if we do close to the downside since the morning. Okay. So this might be an IFEG. Okay. So price got to 1.5 fib extension on the 1 hour. Almost hit 2. And again, it depends how you draw these, right? But swing low to swing high on the 1 hour. We got to 1.5. And then is price going to reverse from here? All right. It could. But, it's 10 o'clock. If price right now pushes into here and it gives me a nice rejection closes below it, I might take like a half-hour short. I'll probably say this is on the higher risk side here of trading. It'd be something like that. Target first presentation, 4-to-1. But price has to show me that this is going to be an IVG. So how do IVGs get confirmed? Is we trade through it, we trade up into it. Candles fail to close mean threshold from a body perspective, and then that gives you more confidence that this might reject price to the downside. Okay. So step one has been done. Step two here, this has to reject. If this candle closes below the mean threshold or lower, this confirms it, like this IFEG. If it doesn't, it's not an IFEG. It's just a very sloppy rejection from a bullish fair value gap perspective. This is how you protect yourself from something like this. So in 10 seconds, this is not an IFEG. It didn't do condition 2 of it, right? So this is not an IFEG. It looks like it's going to continue pushing to the upside. Maybe 2 fib extension. Where did I get this 2 from? This is 2 fib extension. This, I don't know, it's a made up level. You're still in the macro. But I'm not putting too much weight in this macro just because of like the bullish run here. "15 seconds is going to confirm this fair value gap here. Three, two, one. Fair value gap confirmed. If it pushes into it and rejects from it, maybe. Might have some fun here. Just what I'm not liking about it is just we're in such a premium. Come on, price. Push a bit more into this fair value up here. Show me that you want to go lower. It was just a wick there. Here, I'm gonna buy a small position here. This price is so bullish here. I'm just gonna anticipate that price is gonna continue rolling for the next 1 hour. 471 is my target. I'm risking 0.5% here, half an R, with a fairly tight stop loss right at this low here. This trade is you know, something that we usually don't take just because of this crazy bullish nature of price, where with no signs of it stopping, respecting every single fair value up to the upside. Let's see here. Yeah, man, I hate this kind of, I hate this price action. One-sided PA is my worst enemy. It's like right now I took half an R at 1.5 fib extension in price. Yeah, you're right. It's a wickless 4 hour here. Five-minute, we got this mean threshold of this 5-minute candle here. It touched this fair value gap. It pushed away from it from a 1-minute perspective. This is what I mean by like super bullish price action. So I'm going to try to break even pretty quickly on this. Honestly, my stop's going to be right here. I don't even want to see price getting to mean threshold of this fair value gap. I'm risking 1/3 on this position. That's how not confident I am in this long, that I'm risking $100. So we'll see. And if it goes up, I'll scale in and it's gonna be a big position. If not, I'm okay with the loss of $100. All right. Like that's what I'm risking here. If we push up higher, it pulls back lower, I'll just keep scaling it until it hits 2 fib retracement today. And then we'll just make it back on the shorts today because I think the shorts are going to be dirty shorts. So today I'll be on till probably 11:30, trying to catch that short. I'm going to remove this line here. We don't need this line. The macro is not going to add any confluence to this position. How far are we from 2 fib extension? 73 handles. Can we do 73 handles? We did 73 handles in the last 20 minutes, so I think it's possible, right? Price did slow down. It's push. You can see here over the last 5 minutes where we're kind of moving sideways. Yeah, but still not too comfortable with this long regardless. And usually when I take trades on live, usually I'm confident in my trades. This one, I rate this as a like a D plus entry. We're just leaving the macro right now. What to do with price? Anyways, let's this wick right here, like this, I think this is called a vortex candle, but it's essentially when a candle has no bottom, like no wick. This is mostly like this will get rated. And we'll see here. And my stop loss is exactly where the bottom of this 1 hour candle is. 4 hour as well. Right now we're just seeing no trade day. That's right. This is technically not even a trade for me. This is like fun coupon money here. If it runs, you know, it's great for me. I'll scale into the top side, but I'll be okay with a 0.3% loss on my account. And to be honest, guys, there's nothing nice about this. Here, I'm going to flatten the trade right now. I don't want to be in this. It's a poor position. Price isn't, that explosiveness has just died out. If it keeps going higher, I'm okay with it. It's just no bueno. What's nice here actually is look at this right here. These highs. From a 1 minute perspective, it is pretty interesting. Right, short went, yeah. If you're shorting, I'll probably wait for the right time. It could be now or it could be around 11:30, right? The lunchtime macro. Yeah, it's the hardest thing ever, closing down a trade at slight loss. So I'm 0.1 R down for the day, which is fine. No lunch today, right? Yeah, it was you know, the trade was a mist. Who am I to try to catch like the very last bit of it? This right here, I was okay with. This, no good. I want to see how this, to be honest, if this 1 minute closes above, then like this like 1-to-1 year, like that would be a decent trade. Closes above, like a quick 1-to-1 to these highs. Because these highs are a bit too clean. Like I think they're going to get ran before we push lower. Like this trade, I'll be more happy with. If it closes above this fair value gap, then like what I was trying to hit, 2 standard deviation. Crazy. I'm like, what was Dom 5 minutes ago even thinking? This wick here is interesting too. We kind of pushed up higher, failed to close higher, close back at mean threshold. Here, let me take a quick short here or a quick long here. This trade I like. It's like a scalp. Just these highs are too relatively equal. And my stop's right there. That was a trade. It was like a 1-to-1. All right, it's looking good. I'm going to break even on this very, very soon. Push up a bit higher here. Like once it gets to this level here at 0.7 R or 0.7 profit, I'll go to break even, assuming that was the pullback. I'm trading almost a full risk on this here. That was a really nice rejection of this fair value gap here. We created a bullish fair value gap within this push higher as well. Good. Relative equal highs above us. This is good PA here. 5 minutes shaping up well. This is a nice scalp. I like this scalp. Scalp wise, I think it's like a B plus. Risk reward wise, again, 1-to-1 garbage. But all in all, the PA here is promising. Moving my stop loss up a bit. Okay, I think we're good now. This should push a target. I'm at break even. Come on, price. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Push it. There you go. Little tiny one. Nothing impressive. I don't feel good about the trade. It's just a scalp that was taken. Might short. Okay, good call. Do one level scalp. Yeah. When you guys see shit like this, where like you see highs and an aggressive rejection, this is like a high probability scalp. It's just shit risk reward. Average daily range, I don't. I don't. And will I use it? Probably not. I'm very particular about what I add to my trading routine, and what I realize over time, it just naturally evolves. Like SMT, just one day, it just stopped being a thing for me. And then if someone asks me, like, I'm like, oh, I stopped using it months ago. I don't know why, but I'm happy with my profits, right? So if you guys are enjoying the stream, I know it's a bit slow today. There's not much happening on the charts. Like we're just pushing higher, but if you guys are enjoying it, feel free to like or to sub. I'd appreciate that. Gives me the confidence to keep going. How long have I been trading? I've been trading for 10 years. So here's a quick summary of my trading. I started trading when I was 22, got right out of university, was doing my first job. And my buddy said, hey, like there's this course, do it. And the course is all about trend lines, support and resistance, trading away from double tops. It was the opposite of what we're doing here. So I spent, how much money did I spend on that education? I did that for 5 years, maybe, trading bullshit retail logic. I spent maybe 10 to 50 to 20,000 on mentors, courses, etc. And I didn't go far. So I gave trading a break. And then like later on in life, I'm like, you know what? Like, I know people personally within my close friends that are doing this full time. They're living in Europe. They're making money off the charts. They're more of swing traders, but they're still making money. And I'm like, let me give this a shot. So one of my previous mentors, he moved into ICT. So I looked into ICT. It was extremely overwhelming. That was, I think, 3 years ago or 4 years ago. It's when 2022 came. No, so 2023 I started. So like, yeah, it's like 2.5 years ago. I did the 2022 mentorship, didn't understand it, signed up for a mentorship, got a bit more out of it. But then the more I was learning about ICT and his ways, then I realized that this mentorship has some things incorrect and the picture is not there. And that mentorship was also trading EU and GU. So the Europe against the dollar and the pound against the dollar. The majority of the trades happened at night. So I was waking up at 2 a.m. every single morning. So I'd go to sleep at 7, wake up at like 1 or 2 a.m., trade 2 a.m. till 5 a.m. So like the kill zone, the London kill zone, go back to sleep for 3 hours and then wake up 7 for work, drive to work. And I did that for like 6 to 8 months. I burned myself out, didn't work. And then I started just watching ICT more. He focused more on the 9:30 and the pre-9:30 session. He did a couple of afternoon sessions. He's introduced first presentation, new week, new day, new week opening gap. And I married that with all the other concepts from 2022 and 2023. And that's how I kind of found my edge. And then how many hours did I spend on the charts? I don't know. Just ICT alone, I think I spent around 600 hours studying his stuff. If not more, maybe 800. If I were to show you my notes, guys, here, I'll show you a quick snippet of my notes. Notion, where I kept everything in. The way I would study ICT is I would watch his lecture. Everything that didn't instantly stick or make sense to me, I wrote down as a note. And I rewatched 2022 twice, 2023 twice, 2024 twice. And then 2025, I was following him every single day. And that's why I kind of stopped live streaming because I was just focusing more on my own personal development. And I'm glad I did that because when I was streaming in January versus now, like I'm infinitely a better trader now than I was 6 months ago. So like no questions. But all in all here, let me share something with you guys. So all in all, I don't know, Alex, if I answered your question. Trading like real trading 3 years, fake trading 7 years, altogether 10 years. So 7 years wasted, 3 years, and then profitability, to be honest, over the last 12 months, that's where I saw, man, look at freaking NQ here. But again, like you don't want to trade this. That's when I saw profitability. And I think since November till now, my payouts, I think, are around 55 to 60,000 USD from Top Step. Again, not that much, but I'm getting more and more comfortable with larger numbers. Just because I see my place. Like I look at PA and I'm like, oh, it should do this. And it actually does that. So the more I do this, the more comfortable I get. And you guys will see, like in a year from now, like my trade's going to be $1,000, not like 200 or 150 that I do right now. It's just all about risk tolerance. Is it my full-time now? I'll probably say 80% full-time. I do some real estating on the side. Again, I sell some houses here and there. It's all in the evenings. So it doesn't really kind of collide with my work here with trading online. So I'm looking to phase that out hopefully in the next like 6 months, where trading becomes full-time. Real estate gets dropped as a gig. Maybe for like friends and family, if they want to save on commissions, help them do their paperwork. But that's about it. Yeah, I did. I actually requested another payout from Top Step. So I'm at, this is crazy, guys. One sec here. Well, we see, could I have been in this long? I could have, but guys, I was just so uncomfortable trading this. I just don't want to trade it again. So let's just wait for price to turn around and we'll take shorts at lunchtime. It's almost lunch. It's 1 hour away. I'll try to keep you guys entertained till then. Oh, let's look at Top Step. So here's my latest payout. I did another one. So here are my payouts over the last 18 days. Not, over the last 20 days, 3 weeks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6K. And then I have some accounts that are eligible for payout. Those are like my payouts. And then this right here are like my 2 accounts here that will get paid out soon, hopefully. But essentially, they're still too small to pay out. So I'm just, even though I hit 5 profitable days, I just got to sit on my hands a bit more and wait for the payout. But that's that, guys. I got 5 Express accounts and I got 5 combines all passed, ready to go. Because it's so cheap. It's $50 per account. So worst case scenario, if I ever blow it in the future, the same day I'm back to funded. What was I going to do? Oh, Notion. So how to study ICT. And all of you here, guys, like, I know it's a lot to listen to ICT and he rambles, but I highly recommend just watching him stuff. It's like, university's how many hours of like boredom? 4 years. But if you think about ICT, each of his blurbs is roughly 200 hours. So 2022 is 200 hours. 2024 is like around 200 hours. And 2025 is around 150. So it's like 700 hours of ICT listening. And then if you break that down by like 2 hours per day, you start on like 1-1, within an entire year, you should get through all his material. And don't do more than like an hour and a half or 2 at a time, even an hour, and just consume his knowledge and take some stuff from it. So let me share some things with you guys. So I want to make sure that there's nothing personal here. Okay. All right. This is good. So I'm going to share everything through screenshots here with you guys. Price is still doing nothing. It's probably going to grind higher. Don't get me wrong. If you guys want to trade this, be my guest, but I'm not entertaining longs until we get short positions. Okay. This is called chasing. And if it keeps pushing higher, whatever, just let the day go. So here's an example of my notes from ICT 2024. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this for your viewing pleasure. So so these are my notes from 2024, and every single video that he did, I created a new note, and then I created like notes against it. So to give you an example, like let's look at 2024 mentorship lecture 1 notes. So let me open that up here. And here are my notes. Here's just some of them. And this is what your note should look like. And I have this for all of, I have these notes for everything. Okay. So let's go through ICT's notes from, not losing guys yet. Cool. If you guys are bored of this, let me know. But this is kind of how it went, right? So price doesn't need to go to new week opening gaps. Try to find the lowest hanging fruit. Where does price want to go? Okay. So use lowest hanging fruit. First high after 830. I don't know why I wrote that. Look for old highs and lows. You want market displacement. Price will spool for old highs. It will go for both, right? So when it comes to old highs and old lows, it's going to go for both. Sit at 8 to 930. Look for highs and lows on the 1 minute chart and on the 15-minute time frame. 15-minute, 5-minute, 1 minute. First 3 time frames to look at, right? So that's what's kind of giving me, and this is what you see me trading right now. You see 15, 5, and 1 minute. Like these are my key, and then 1 hour I look at once a day. Record how you feel, excited, impatient. And you can see here, guys, like this is, right? Like where are the smooth locations? Here's an example, right? Of relative equal highs. Here is an example of something that he took with a breaker, right? MMS, breaker, price went back into it. Bodies are staying within the breaker. They went down into this bullish order block here and it pushed away. Okay. And then it's a study from 9 to 9:30. And then I don't know what I meant by this, but like these are how my notes looked like. They made a lot more sense back then in 2024. Like right after I watched the video, I looked at them, but I have notes like this for every single session or for every single lesson he has on YouTube. I was thinking at one point, I'm like, what if I were to take everything and just consolidate it into really good notes and just let people access it? So here's a cheat. Here's a booklet of all of ICT's 2022, 2024, and 2025 key concepts. Study them. Do this homework. And maybe there's a better way of studying it, but that's how I studied it. And that's the way you study it, guys. A lot of freaking work. Let's see what you guys are saying. Did you request your payout from TopStep? Yes. Are you doing it full time now, or where'd you go? Okay. Do you need to activate them as soon as you pass, or can you leave them? Oh, so TopStep won't let me activate them at all. They said I have 5 Express accounts. They won't let me activate, and I can only activate them once I blow my current ones. Did you watch 2025? All of it, yes. Muhammad, I like 2025. Which did you like? It's funny because Muhammad's, wait, does Muhammad always type in caps? Bro, your caps, oh no. It's funny. Muhammad just started writing in caps. But so most profitability was out of 2024, which is new day, new week opening gaps, smooth highs and lows, first presentation. Profitability was found, the majority of it was found there. 2022 was hard, to be honest, for me. 2025, it just added clarity to everything in 2024. Eventually, it starts all meshing into one big concept. It's really hard to explain, but you guys will understand once you get there. Noni, you killed last week. Oh, thanks, Heisenberg. Very first example in your notes, look at NQ. It looks like a copy and paste. Yeah, exactly more, right? So, and yeah, like, going back to my notes here, let me again, guys, price, do not go in longs here. It might grind all the way up, but if it does, do we feel bad about it? No, we don't care about this price action. I started caring about it here. See, I failed as a trader, and like technically your, quasi mentor, if I can call it that, right here. My emotions got to me. I took a really shit short, even though it was 0.3 RR, and I regretted it. I'm like, even though price might push higher, and I still would have been in this trade. Like, this was my trade here, right? I was extremely uncomfortable, and to be honest, that's a failure for me. So that's going in my notes today. 1 hour into the live stream, my emotions failed me. I went into a stupid position. I told everyone it was a dumb position and not to take it, but I took it anyways, and that shouldn't happen, right? So takeaway for me. Caleb has some videos as well. I have some stuff from him, but honestly, don't worry about Caleb's stuff. And then look at this, guys. I was crazy enough to watch 2024 a second time, and it says 2024 second round, and I redid all my notes. And after doing it a second time, believe it or not, there's gaps. There's things I missed, things I didn't understand. And here are my 2025 notes, right? They look something like this. And this is how, like, if you guys want to be profitable, and if you aren't, and I don't know who here and who isn't profitable, this is how you guys should study. And it sucks. It's hard, but this is the only way. Like, look at, like, I don't know, like, let's learn together. Like, if you guys are on here and you guys are here for the right reasons, let's learn together, okay? Here's 2025's first mentorship of the day. Or sorry, of 2025, okay? So let's expand this a bit more. Let me blow this up. We're just waiting for the retracement here. That's all we're doing here. Price is still pushing higher, okay? 2025, take notes, guys, because all of you should get something from this. But if you guys don't know this, then you guys haven't watched these 2025 material. If RETH gap is higher than 20 handles, run fib with 0.25 levels, okay? So I don't do that because it gets my Mars messy, but to be honest, RETH gaps does, and I always create them in my mind, but 0.25 and 0.75 have that in. Between 10 to 11, there may be a market structure shifter. There may be a shift in market structure as we shift into lunch, okay? So that is the silver bullet, right? RETH gaps may close by then or at, okay? Between 10 to 11. RETH gaps. Upper quadrant is a high probability draw on liquidity, okay? So when we're targeting the RETH as a target, you will see me target the very high of the RETH gap. And what's RETH gap? On the top right, it's this green bar here. It's yesterday's close, today's open in regular trading hours, okay? But you can usually see that price usually digs down to the first quadrant of it. Again, that's a high probability trade. I don't do that. I like the lowest hanging fruit, okay? We want to see price produce a change in market structure. We don't want to pick tops. So today, we'll be shorting, but it's going to be a short-term short. We don't want to pick tops. How can the market turn lower? Market provides time-based delivery in macros. I use macros 10:10 to, or sorry, 10:50 to 11:10, etc., etc. Easiest target to hit, opening price, low-hanging fruit here. See? So look at this example, guys. Price opened up at a gap. I can't see, these numbers are too small here on my screenshot. It pushed higher, and a really good target to hit and the short is the opening price. And that's what I said today. Remember when I said we opened up and we started shooting higher? Really high probability targets is going to be the RTH high in the future. I don't know when. It could be in lunch. It could be in afternoon, but we're going to try to find where that shift is happening and take that short. Okay. Look, how about this? Below, signatures circled in purple, that price doesn't want to go any higher into the PD array as it can't break empty of the fair value gap. So do you see here, guys? There's a fair value gap. Look what the bodies are doing. None of them are breaking mean threshold. So in the last month, you guys saw me make so many shorts and videos on this. The moment I see this is a failure to break higher and I short from here. Usually I do this on first presentation fair value gaps because it's a really strong fair value gap. And seeing something like this, like I'm using concepts from, I don't even know I'm doing this, but from the very first video you created in 2025, okay? When to trade the morning session versus PM session. When there is a very large RTH gap, ICT isn't interested. He likes to wait for 60 minutes, okay? Guys, write this down and make this a rule. You will be more profitable. And then I have one of ICT trades below. Main takeaway points. Price was taken once it retested the 1 hour SIBI. Okay, so you can see here it retested it. Drawn liquidity was the first quadrant of opening gap. I don't even know where the opening gap here is, to be honest, right? I have to open up my actual Notion notes and scan these charts, but this is a good picture. I have even arrows pointing here to refer to specific price action, right? And then I have more stuff, right? ICTs trade below, and then my own notes. Price was above the previous day's opening range high. He took the short after seller rejections of the range gap high and once. So this is how your notes should look like. Hopefully you guys learned something over the last 5 minutes. This was a nice refresher for me. I might do a whole refresher of 2025 through my notes. Instead of spending 200 hours, I have it all here. But that's how all of you guys should be studying ICT. And that's how I became a better trader, like that. So hold on. Let's see, chat here. What's price doing? See this right here, guys? This here is high resistance trading. I know here. No fair value gaps have formed in how long? In 15 minutes, okay? So price right now, it's slowing down. It's preparing for the lunchtime macro, which is going to be a pullback. If we go short here and price continues going long, whatever. But we're going to try to find something nice within lunchtime. What are you guys saying today? Ella Uliz. Ella said something. Does anyone know what Ella said? She retracted her message. Dom, could you tell 2024 key and what to focus on? I've completed 2025 and 2024. I did. It's new week, new day, relative equal highs and lows, where price is jagged. Price will push away. It goes to smooth highs, and first presentations and how to use them. In 2025, ICT went further into first presentation, so he didn't show you the full story there. But he did make a video of trying to capture everything. Dom, I have a question. How do you as your first presentation as? That'd be helpful. Okay, so I have a really good video on that, Muhammad. If you find first presentation fair value up on my channel, within 7 minutes, I'll do a better job than I do right now. But this is how you do it. When you get first presentation, what you want to do is you want to see a displacement away from it on the 1 minute. And when price goes back into it, that is your entry, okay? This is high probability entry, okay? Something like this, okay? Have your stop below it. This is the most conservative way of approaching it. Sometimes when price breaks above it, you'll see me taking positions like this. These are aggressive entries, but the most conservative one is this one. Sometimes you won't get a 1 minute fair value gap away from the first presentation or displacement. You can go into the 15-second, right? So let's look into the 15-second here. Okay. So price displaced away from it, and you can use this 15-second here as an entry model, okay? That's a bit more aggressive. The most aggressive ones is when you have a clear drawn liquidity, price breaks above it. I enter, you'll see me taking that. That's the high. So there's multiple ways of trading it, but like I'd probably say the best way is displace away from it. It comes back into it, trade into it. Sometimes when price does something, like if I know it wants to go short, like my draw is below us and price does something like this, I'm going to wait for price to do this, right? Push above it. Do like take out some like relative equal highs or something. And then right when it breaks below, that's my short. You can wait for the displacement and for price to trade back into it. That's the better entry, right? But you might miss the trade, right? So back test it, in my opinion, see what kind of entries you like. I take all the entries, depending on how I'm discretionary, but I take all entries from conservative to aggressive. Sometimes I take an aggressive approach. It tags me out. It shows me like a nice like candle where price essentially, it drives lower. It drives lower. I take the short. It drives higher. It takes me out and then drives lower again. And I'm going to get in a second time there. And that, to be honest, that is a safer approach. But sometimes I try catching that initial run because I might miss it. So hopefully that, but again, Mohammed, I have a lot of good examples in that video. I posted roughly, I think, a month and a half ago. Highly recommend you watching it. Guys, do you have any questions about anything at all? I'm getting hungry. I know lunchtime's coming. We can keep waiting. That's that, guys. That's how you trade ICT. That's how you study it. And if you guys aren't studying it that way, you guys are half-assing it. I was thinking you are the real winner. There's some really good traders out there. Don't get me wrong. Some of them I think are better than me. Some of them are the same. I'm not gonna name call, but some of them are like I'm impressed with like their positions. I'm like respect. Like that was a good entry. I'm thinking, to be honest, of rewatching all of 2022, 2024, and 2025 and creating a third set of notes and structuring it in a way where if someone doesn't know ICT, they can go into my notes and just learn everything and just extract all key concepts with key screenshots and keynotes. So it's going to be like a hack, like get your ICT learning from 600 hours to like 80 hours. But it's going to require 600 hours of my time. So maybe in the future I might tackle it. Now I just don't have the mental energy to do that. So I might never do it. I don't know. But if there's like a large enough interest in the community, I might just spend an entire year listening to every single sentence, everything he says, and just compile it into like a mega course. But that's just so much effort, guys, you don't even know. So price is still doing nothing right now at this level. We've got to nowhere. The initial long would have still been good, to be honest, but it's not for us. Lunchtime macro, baby. If you guys don't know, so if you guys are new, if you guys logged in right now, lunchtime macro is, it's coming up. And I said I'd stay for it, so I gotta be true to my word. What was I gonna do here? Oh. Any questions, guys? Anything at all that you guys, because like price action, I'm not gonna be reviewing right now because it's doing nothing. If you guys have nothing else, then we just gotta wait. I'm not happy with this one today of $90. No satisfaction. For my next position, I'm going to take the 90. I'm going to add it to my 1R, and it's going to be a 400 risk trade. So if it's a 3 to 1, it'll be like a 1.2K day. That's how we're going to position our win today. Let's see here. There's absolutely nothing I can review up here. Not a single fair value gap. After 10 o'clock, there's something called, and I'm not too familiar with the silver bullet, to being honest with all of you, but overall it's, and I don't trade it that much. Maybe I do, I just don't know about it, but it's the first 5-minute fair value gap after 10 o'clock. You trade off of that into resting liquidity, previous highs and lows, session highs and lows, etc., etc. That's how you trade it, right? So 10 o'clock candle, there was no 5-minute fair value gaps off it. And I don't know if the silver fair value gap or the silver bullet, you can use the 1 minute first presentation. Maybe you can. I think you can. Because ICT during 2025 said, look at the first fair value gap formed on the 1 hour, and you have a model that works on every single hour. So technically, we have that. But I guess let's wait a bit more, guys. This here is first fair value gap after 10 a.m. Okay. Something I'm not liking about the afternoon model is, or the lunchtime model is, this is our low at 10 o'clock. Okay. So look at this level, guys, and it's a really good level. Someone here in the chat said something. Look at the 1 hour low here. Remember how I said it's going to get rated? Because this is called a vortex candle. I gotta see who created that term, vortex. But that's a vortex candle, and most likely price is going to hit it and rate it, okay? On the 4 hour, we have a vortex candle? No, we don't. So just on the 1 hour, okay. So good level. This is also the 10 o'clock low. There's a slight volume imbalance here. See that, guys? Where price opened up, right? That's a tiny VI. That price is probably going to trade to. So this is going to be our level of attack for today, for the shorts. We're not calling highs. We're just calling the pullback to this level. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for some kind of market structure shift, PD arrays being respected to the downside, something like that, right? But all in all, let me get rid of the lunchtime macro. It's happening sometime from, and I saw ICT use it from 1050. Okay, so lunchtime macro start. Every time he talks about this, his times always change. So technically it's 11:30, but I heard him do lunchtime at 10:50. So that's why I always look at 10:50 first. And then we want to find a short, right? So what would a short look like? What would be nice to see, like all of this here get rated to the upside and then kind of come lower and target it, right? One thing I'm not loving about this is that like the RR, it's not like a 2 to, like if it's going to be a 2 to 1, then it has to be something like this in this area with this kind of stop loss. We don't have the structure right now to take it, but that's what we're looking for, a 2 to 1 trade. And now we have to wait. Like we have to wait for price to show us something. It's showing us nothing right now. 15-minute, it's slowing down. Small candles, okay? Inside candle, etc. 1 minute, I don't see anything. 5 minute, I don't see anything, okay? Do you keep any specific time until where you analyze? Do you keep it until? Could you rephrase that, Mohammed? I think I know what you mean. We can rephrase that. And then Alex was developed by Swiss analyst and Douglas Seban first 2010. What are you talking about right now, Alex? What is that? Was developed by Swiss analysts, 18 Boats and Douglas version in Jan 2010 issued of technical analysis in stocks and commodities. Is that like one of these concepts that ICT used? Vortex candle. Oh, okay. I thought it was an ICT term, but it's a real thing. So this is like a really good draw on liquidity. Like this is a random fair value gap at 1020. I don't know. We'll see, guys. And then if I'll stay on because I'm getting tired on this live stream, believe it or not, talking to myself, which sucks. 10:30. So 11:30. If nothing happens by 11, by 12, I'm calling it a lunch. This is where I'm going to stop analysis. I'm eyeing the 3-minute IFEG. Yeah. So, to give some more context of what Moore is talking about, ICT, sometime in the last 4 years, he talked about the 5 timeframes he uses. He uses the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 3 minute, the 4 minute, and the 5 minute. And sometimes when he looks for like a fair value gap, if it's not on the 5 minute, he looks at the 4 minute. If there's no fair value gap on the 4 minute, he looks at the 3 minute. I don't do that personally. I just stick to 1, 5, and 15. And if it doesn't show me an entry, I don't take it. I keep it simple that way. But let's try to figure out what Moore is doing here. 3 minute fair value gap. Which 3 minute fair value gap? Like this one right here at 1027. That might be one. But yeah, anyways. Right now we are in the wait, what time is it right now? Okay, so we're starting the lunchtime macro in 1 minute. Okay. Most likely, I think this level is going to get rated by 1010. That's my guess here. Okay. Let's put in the chat here. Prediction. 1 hour low rated in the next 20 minutes. There you go. It's black on white. Let's see if I'm correct here. Do I see? And now we got to figure out a short that makes sense from like a stop loss perspective. So on the 5 minute here, we might get a fair value gap here. I just want to see some kind of like pullback rejection and I'll take it. But technically this is here, you know, this is a market structure shift to the downside. So it's like the first indication that price is going to be pushing down. Trend line. So this is like the MMS, right? This can be seen as like a breaker. Okay. So let's make this a bearish breaker. So here I'm adding some more lipstick on the chart, just because like we're in the right time. We can see here price aggressively push lower below this fair value, below the mean threshold, this fair value gap. It pushed lower. We're now below it. So kind of what do we want to see? I don't think I ever want to see this bullish order block get hit again after this like push lower, because that confirmed the bearish order block by this delivery to the downside. We pushed below this low. We cleared out this wick. We cleared out this fair value gap. Let's see if price can go into this bearish breaker, respect it. And then if it does, that's going to be our short, okay, to the vortex candle, okay? That's my analysis. If we're wrong, what's price going to do, guys? I think it's going to crawl up higher and do the same shit, right? But I think it's going to happen here because we're in the right time then price. These candles all still are looking pretty anemic, pretty small. So let's see here. This is going to be our final trade of the day, at least for the morning session. I'm targeting, what level is this here? 376. Okay, I've marked it on top step here on my charts. So I know, and then I just need to wait. Like price right now is like not doing much. It's kind of like giving me these little BITCH candles. We don't want this. How much will you risk? I'm gonna risk 300 here. So like a full risk. Right. First fair value gap here after 10 o'clock. It's being respected to the upside. Okay. So I want to see, it'll be nice to see a rejection to the upside here from here and then lower. I need to see this pullback. I'm not going to catch price right now because the RR is going to be shit. I need to see price turning around in this level here. This is my POI area of interest. And that's what I'm going to take it short to this level here because I have to break this fair value gap here, right? 5 minute, again, it hasn't shown any, where's the mean threshold? So one thing we have to watch out for is the mean threshold of this wick right here. Okay. So like that's mean threshold, just an area that price might reject. I'm a bit weary about it. We have a 5 minute fair value gap forming above us. Hopefully in the next minute or so, it respects. Okay, so see, as I said, price most likely is going to reject this first presentation fair value gap after 10 a.m. How many pips is going to be? 9. Maybe like risking like 5 micros. That might get me. And then let's see what price is going to do here. Okay. Remember, we're in a bullish uptrend here. We're anticipating a pullback within this macro. You know, I'm going to look into like maybe other traders and see if anyone really knows when the lunchtime starts. But I heard him say 11:30. I just need to figure out if 10:50 is like, it works. I saw him trade it, but I just need to really put these rules black on white here for all of you guys at least. But it's, again, 10:50 to 11:30. That's when it roughly starts. Pick a time, stick to it, and make that your rule. The rejection off of this on the 1 minute. Again, I need to see it higher. We officially have a fair value gap on the 5-minute. Okay. I want to see price. Come on, price. Hit that bearish order block. Give me a bit more. I want better RR here. Like once price shows that displacement lower, that's like guaranteed. Strike rate goes up from like 55 to 65. We become a lot more confident in our trade. Or so yeah. Out of all this, it's just 2 key PD arrays. This is all here, low resistance liquidity. So let me run you through some negative confluence factors, right? It's all low LR. Okay, we're hitting the bearish breaker here. Fairly aggressively on the 15-second chart. We are pushing higher into it. I want to see. So what am I looking for? This blue box here. Actually, it's incorrect. It should be like that. I want to see this 1-minute candle close below mean threshold of it. When it closes above it, it's going to make me less confident in the short. Okay, I'm shorting it from here. Okay. I'm risking 200 right now on this trade. If it shows some more displacement to the downside, I'll scale in. All right, so let's see what it is. I'm not in love with like the market structure and like this here, but we are in the macro. We pulled back 2 key levels, prices, respecting mean threshold, bearish breaker. I think this level should get hit. How much? Okay. That was a really nice rejection. Let's see this next candle here. I'm going to scale in if it closes below this fair value up here. Yeah, I'm watching the 15-second as well. Sometimes I get some clues there. Okay. Scaled to 270 as my risk here. Profits at 430 per account. So like 2,000, I guess, across all my accounts. Now we wait. It's almost a 2-to-1 for me here. And my average entry is right. Okay. Now we'll see. 5 minutes looking good so far. I'm liking this rejection. I don't know if it's a nice call yet. We'll find out in like 10 minutes. But like it's to my strategy, right? Market structure shift, displacement to the downside. This fair value gap is holding price to the downside. Vortex candle. We're in the macro, lunchtime macro, long push to the upside. This is going to be the retracement. I'm not calling tops. I'm just calling a quick pullback here. So if I'm wrong, it's going to sit well with me that I'm wrong about this. Just too much stuff is pointing to the downside for not to take it. The one thing I don't really like here is like this rejection off of like this first presentation fair value gap after 10 o'clock. But there's always going to be things against your trade that you just have to accept. I'm liking how the candles are hanging around the lower half of this blue or this fair value gap here that we have. If this candle closes below here, I think that might be the push lower. If you guys are enjoying this live stream, feel free to drop a like. I'd appreciate that. Or a sub. And hopefully this just delivers. And we get to go eat lunch, guys, and profits. If I could. Do it once again to unlike it. All right. So far, it's looking good, guys. I'm liking this a lot. The 5 minutes looking great. Like, look at the 5 minute. Like, where do you think price is gonna go? Like, do you think it's gonna hit this level down here? I think it will. Look, even on the 5 minute, we got a fucking vortex candle, right? And then here, you know, you can start. You can start pulling back your risk. I don't think price is gonna get to like the upper quadrant of here. My stop loss is I'll pull it there. I'll slowly start scaling back. If price goes to here, I'll be out regardless. So 408. What is that? 408.50. Okay. All right. 240 is my new risk. So far, good rejection. Macro's ending in 8 minutes, so 3365. 3365. Like right here. Yeah. It could. But for me, lowest hanging fruit, guys. Like here are the rules. It's first low after like after 10 o'clock, which is this one right here. So I'm gonna take my like 1.9 to 1 trade on this. And again, hopefully it works out. I don't know if it will, but I feel like it should. My confidence, like it's I think it's a 70% chance it hits a profit. All right, 30% we get stopped out because price can do like whatever it wants, right? It could just spike up and just take me out and then spike back down. But based on the concepts that we trade and the logic, this is technically a high probability trade, right? I'll be right back. Just gotta go to do something, but I'll be back in like 1 minute, guys. All right, I'm back. So far, price action is still respecting this fair value gap still pretty well. Like you can see the bodies here, like they're just not breaking, man. Here, I'm gonna scale in one more contract here. Let us eat lunch. If price gets to like here, I'm gonna go to break even. Okay, this is where goes to break even, it's going to be the mean threshold of like this. And I'm just going to pull my stop to like above this high here. I'm surprised it hasn't dropped yet, to be honest, guys. But so far, PA is still printing nicely. It's just moving sideways. Come on, lunchtime macro. Where are you at? It's not macroing right now. I think putting your stop loss above the breaker should be fairly safe. All right. I have a feeling it's just going to fucking rocket down. See, do you remember I said where it might reject this fair value gap? That's giving me a bit of anxiety. Like right now, I'm deciding if I should go to break even or not. So far, these rejections are still rejecting. It's just it had to spike down like that and back up. All right, my stop loss is pushed up here now. Once it breaks that, I'm wrong. Okay, this is really good here. Break even, guys. If you guys are in the position, take it home, guys. Full porting shorts. You guys, I don't know. Like this is the low hanger fruit. Like I'm not. Can price push down further? I think it can. Like look how we pushed up, guys. Like we caught the top here. I just don't know because it can do this. It can do this, and then it can do that, or it can do that and it can go lower, or you can partial here and then try to hold it lower. Your call, guys. I'm just hungry. I just wanted to hit so I can close this live stream. Come on, man. My stop is actually right here. Forgot to update it, and then to be honest, it's going to be right here in a sec. I've locked in $60. Oh yeah. $60 times 5 accounts, $300. Are we going to lock in 3,000? It's either 300 or 3,000. Those are my two options. It's not a win yet. This is not a win, guys. This is not a win yet. Why is it rejecting mean threshold of the first presentation after 10 o'clock? You're supposed to break, man. Good. See this right here? The mean threshold of this wick. It's holding price, which is good. I don't want to see that break. We have relative equal highs technically here. Like it's a rejection, but technically it's relatively equal on the 1 minute. Price might just come up, take it, and drop lower. But if it does, whatever. We're at break even. I'm moving my stop loss a bit here. There's a chance that price might do something funny here. It might do something like this. We'll go down to the 5 minute. Okay, Garrett thinks it's going to go down. It could, guys. It could. It very well could. I'm just trying to share with you guys the easiest targets to hit. 365. Yeah, 365. How much would that be for me? 365. 365. Yeah, an extra 250 per account. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna stick to my original plan. You guys might be right. I'm not saying those are bad targets, but if you guys are trading lower, at least partial out 30%. Do that, or at least 20. Just partial out a bit, make some money, and then if it hits that profit, then all the better. This I'm not liking, guys. This rejection off of this first presentation here. But we're sticking to the trade. I don't want the bodies to break above this. I want it to, and it just did. So my stop right now is above the bodies of the 5-minute bearish order block here. So just this level here, guys. This is throwing me off. Moving my, you know what? Usually I don't do this, but I'm break even here. Oh, wow. It almost wicked me out there. My stop is right at that high there of that wick. And I'm out. Guys, unfortunately, price just decided to be funny. That sucks. Do I re-enter? This is the rate on liquidity. Well, we're out. We're out. You're going to get in again. Careful about this trade. That's going to be my trade. You know what? Guys, I'm not loving this. I'm going to get out here. This is no bueno. Ship PA. No, I'm not going to take this. I'm personally, guys, done for the morning. Unfortunately, like the trade here, it just didn't span out. Very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Hopefully, I will trade the 130, probably not live stream it, but hopefully you guys learned something today. And yeah, might live stream tomorrow just because we have some good news tomorrow. So thanks guys for hopping in. Take care. And yeah, just I'll probably say wait a bit more. It's just, you know, like this was my trade bias, and it aggressively pushed away from like this first presentation 10 a.m. And it's the one thing I said that is something that's throwing me off, and it did what I didn't want it to do. So thanks guys for tuning in. Take care and stay safe.